my God, why hast thou forsaken me? When people hear these words, they automatically think it excludes Jesus from being co-eternal with the Father.
People say they're one and the same. They're the same. And I say, no, they're not. And I can prove it with a simple question.
Right.
What did Jesus or Yahshua, what did Yahshua say when he was on the cross? He looked up and he said something. One of them which was, why has thou
forsaken me?
Who's he talking to? Himself?
Well, the Father.
Well, why is he got to ask that question if it's him? Do they have two different thought patterns? How does one person not know what the other person's doing if they're the one and the same?
Because they're distinct persons with the same nature. Everything Jesus said and did was in reflection of the Old Testament. So what Old Testament passage was Jesus quoting when he said, my God, why hast thou forsaken me? Let's turn to the Old Testament book of Psalms, chapter 22. A Psalm of David. My God, why hast thou forsaken me? Do those words sound familiar enough for you? Let's keep reading. But I am a worm and not a man, a reproach of men and despised of the people. All they that see me laugh me to scorn. They shoot out the lip, they shake their heads, saying, he trusted in Yahweh that he would deliver him. Let him deliver him, seeing he delighted in him. This is in reference to Jesus being rejected by his own people, as we're told in the book of John chapter 1 verse 11. He came unto his own, and his own received him not. And the book of Psalms chapter 22 goes on to say this. Many bulls have compassed me, strong bulls of Bashan have beset me around. They gasp upon me with their mouths, as a ravening and a roaring lion. I am poured out like water, and all my bones are out of joint. My heart is like wax, it is melted in the midst of my bowels. My strength is dried up like a potsherd, and my tongue cleaves to my jaws. And thou hast brought me unto the dust of death. His tongue cleaves to his jaws. Well, Jesus said this in the Gospel according to John chapter 19 verse 28. After this, Jesus, knowing that all things were now accomplished, that the scripture might be fulfilled, said, I thirst. Let's see what else Psalm 22 says. For dogs have compassed me, the assembly of the wicked have enclosed me. They pierced my hands and my feet. They pierced his hands and his feet. We can see with great clarity that the book of Psalms chapter 22 is pointing to the divine mission of Jesus Christ. Reading from Psalms chapter 22 verse 18, it says, they part my garments among them and cast lots upon my vesture. Well, the New Testament tells us this is about Jesus, written in the book of Matthew chapter 27 verse 35. And they crucified him and departed his garments casting lots, that it might be fulfilled which was spoken by the prophet. They parted my garments among them, and upon my vesture did they cast lots. And it's not just the book of Psalms that points to the divine mission of Jesus Christ. Take Zechariah chapter 12 verse 10. Which says this, and I will pour upon the house of David and upon the inhabitants of Jerusalem the spirit of grace and of supplication, that they shall look upon me, whom they have pierced, and they shall mourn for him as one mourneth for his only son. And that's God speaking. But then we have the book of Isaiah chapter 53, which says this, he is despised and rejected of men, a man of sorrows and acquainted with grief. And we hid, as it were, our faces from him. He was despised, and we esteemed him not. Surely he hath borne our griefs and carried our sorrows. Yet we did esteem him stricken, smitten of God, and afflicted. But he was wounded for our transgressions. He was bruised for our iniquities. The chastisement of our peace was upon him, and with his stripes we are healed. All we like sheep have gone astray. We have turned everyone to his own way, and the Lord hath laid on him the iniquity of us all. So the reason why Jesus said these words, It was to show us all that Jesus successfully fulfilled his divine mission. God bless.